Hello my friends, welcome to Home and Garden. Today I am going to show you how to deadhead all the flowers and plants that done blooming for the season. Especially this one in front of me. This is the bush azalea. I have a separate video of this last month and this bush covered with pink flower blooms, but now they all turn brown and dead. So we have to reshape this one and cut all these leggy stems so they will have a new shape and also give us a new shoot so it will be ready for the next year and give us a plenty of bloom. I also going to show you two techniques that I am going to do using the scissors and the electric trimmer. For this azalea bush, we can use the electric trimmer. We don't have to use the scissors, but I'm just going to show you and demonstrate it to you. If you don't want to reshape it all around this bush, then you can use the scissors. So you can just remove some extra leggy stems like this and then just cut them. And also it will help the plant to regrow a new shoot. So this one that we cut, it will shoot more, or it will have more shoots, maybe double or triple into this one stem, leggy stem that we just cut. So but for this bush, we are going to use the electric trimmer because it's not going to flower for this season again. It's just going to be flower for next year. Scissors is good if you are just trimming few branches, like for example the roses, and you just want to cut some of the dead flowers and want to regrow a new flower, then this one is the best choice. But for this is already completed blooming for this season, so we're just going to use the trimmer. So let me just give you a quick look on how this bush look like before we trim it. So we are removing all of these extra stems and shape them, round them, and make them look neat. So all over here, there's a lot of extra leggy stems. So all of that, we have to reshape it and make them neat. So that's the before look of the azalea bush. And I am going to start trimming them now. And also make sure to do not over trim them. You can do it slowly. Just start on the very tip first and make sure to step back when you are trimming so that you can see how they look like. It's better to start with just a little cuttings, and then if the look is still not good, then you can trim more. I am going to use the scissors to cut the stems that grow all the way to the ground. So here we can just use the scissors and trim them. So you don't want to break your electric trimmer and it will touch the pavers. And scissors is the best way to just trim this extra stems that can't reach by your electric trimmer. I am done trimming all around this azalea. I just need to clean all of these extra leaves and stems that I cut from the azalea, and that's how it looks like. It looks neat. So now all you have to do is wait for next year, and they will have a new shoots and flowers, and you will enjoy the beautiful bloom again. So do you remember the before picture of this azalea before the trimming or deadheading? So now this is how it looked like. You think I did a good job? I try my best. So that is the top, and that is the side of this azalea. And I cannot wait for next year to see how they bloom and how they're gonna be giving us plenty of flowers. That's the far view. Looks neat. Okay, my friends, so do you remember this rhododendron? They are done blooming. There's still few stems in here that still have the flowers, and we can still leave that for a few days, but we have to start removing all these dead flower blooms over here. This one, deadheading, is to help them regrow and also grow a new and healthy shoot for next year, like this one. So here, you have to be patient when you're doing it. I know, especially when there's a lot of bloom, that's a lot of things or work for you to do. But again, if you want to have a full bloom for the following year, then you have to be patiently removing all these dead blooms. So let me just give you a close-up look on how to deadhead this rhodie. Again, the reason why we are doing this is to help give all the energy of this plant instead of reseeding, and give the energy of the plant going to this seed bud. This is a seed bud. Instead of the energy of the plants going to that seed buds, we are helping the plants to put the energy on the new shoots. Let me just give you a quick demonstration on how to pinch these old flowers from this rhodie. And also the reason again that we are doing this is to give the energy on the new shoots, like this one on the bottom is the new shoots, instead of giving the energy and making a new seed. This is all the new seeds, the seed buds of this rhodie. You don't need that. We need the energy to go towards the new shoots. So the way that you pinch this, you just need to follow this bottom part of these flowers, and you don't need a special tool to do this. All you have to do is pinch like this, very easy. And can you see all that tiny buds, the red buds over here? That's going to be a new shoots for next year. So you have 1, 2, and 3 new shoots. So you can use gloves if you want to. That tip over here of the rhodie is a little sticky, so you can put on some gloves just to help you so it's not going to be so sticky when you're done deadheading all your rhodie. Okay, I am on the slope garden area, and I am going to deadhead all this wood hyacinth or the pink or bluebells. So this, they reseed, and all of this on the green bulb, they have seeds on it, a lot of seeds. So before they reseeds and overtaking this area, I am going to deadhead them, but all the bulbs of this wood hyacinth is going to stay under the ground. So we still have some hyacinth that's going to be blooming for next spring. So right now, before they overseed and overtaking this area, I'm going to remove all of them so they will not taking this area. So deadheading, again, the wood hyacinth is very easy. All you have to do is pull and they will come out. Again, all of this, as you can see, this is all the seeds. All of this bulb, there's a lot of seeds in it. So they are not ready to drop their seeds yet because they're still young. So you don't need a special tool to deadhead your wood hyacinth. All you have to do is pull, and you can also pull the foliage. This one is the foliage of the wood hyacinth. Okay, so deadheading the wood hyacinth is not really hard to do. If they have a bundle like this, you can use the scissors to cut them. But if they are planted in between your plants, it's easy to just pull them and this they're still going to come out. The bulb is going to stay under the ground, and you still have a lot of wood hyacinth for next year, but this time we need to start removing all of them. This is all my columbine. They are done blooming and I am ready to deadhead them. There's a lot of seeds on each flowers. This is the flower buds, and there's a lot of seeds inside the flower buds, and you don't want them to drop on the ground. Especially this is my flower cut garden and I don't want them to overtake in this area. I just want them to organize it, and so with that I am ready to cut them and deadhead them. So this is another rhodie that I have to deadhead because they are almost done blooming. There's few more flowers that I can see on the sides and also on the tops. I'm just gonna leave that for a while, but I have to start deadheading them because this one, especially in the bottom, they are ready to be deadhead. I have a lot of petals underneath, as you can see, which is I am going to show you. That's all the flower petals, the flowers that dried up and drop on the ground. So it means that's the sign that we have to start deadheading them. So again, this is what the flowers look like for this rhodie, and they are still blooming and giving more beauty to my garden. So I am just gonna go around this rhodie just to make sure I deadhead all the flowers that's already done blooming. And this is one of our example that we have to remove, and this is actually bigger than the first one that we deadhead. So here I'm gonna go all the way on the bottom of this flower, and again that is the new shoots that's gonna be for next year. So just easily remove them, and we have to go around this rhodie. There's another one here, and again I know that's gonna be a lot of work to do. That's why all my rhodie, they're not really blooming at the same time. I have more rhodie and that side that's still all full bloom. You see how beautiful that red rhodie, and I still have some pink in here. So instead of waiting for all the rhodie to be done blooming, I'm just gonna go on each rhodie which one is complete, which one is done, then I'll start deadheading them. So I removed all that flowers that done blooming. I still have few more to do for the maybe after a week, and I can still go back to this rhodie and check them out if they're done, and all the flowers gonna be like that, all drop on the ground, and I can start removing and deadheading them. So right now I'm just gonna start with the other rhodie, which is this is complete. Okay, so let me start deadheading this purple rhodie, and even though there's a leftover flowers still on this one, we can start deadheading them. So again, it's easy. All you have to do is pinch and deadhead all of this to put all the energy in the new shoots instead of the seed buds. And there's more to do on the other side of the rhodie, so you have to be patient when you do this. So do you remember this azalea plant that I put in this pot? I also need to deadhead this because, as you can see, all these beautiful pink flowers are gone. They're all brown. So we have to deadhead this to help this azalea and give more energy to the new shoots. Do you see how much I removed from this azalea? That's all the old blooms. And now it looks neat. without the dead flowers. So hopefully it will help to make it healthier. Okay, I have one more hanging azalea to do, so I have to deadhead this as well. And look again, that's another pot of azalea, and that's how much dead flowers that I remove all around. And now it looks more clean, and I am ready to replant them and put them on the ground. I have one more to deadhead, which is this hellebore, and they are done blooming actually. So all these dead flowers, we have to cut them before they also reseed, but we have to leave all this foliage so they can still have more green and more energy for the next year. So we're keeping all the foliage and removing all these dead flowers. So this is how much I removed from one plant of the hellebores. This is all the flowers, but they are all brown now. They still look nice, but we have to remove and deadhead all of this before they reseed again. Okay, my friend, I hope you remember all the tips about deadheading your plants in your garden and why are we deadheading them. So I hope you remember all of these tips, and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also leave a comment on the comment box below, and also hit your notification bell so you'll receive all my new videos, and I'll see you next time. You take care.